The RBI Grade B 2022 detailed notification is out there on the website, and the big news is that there is no change in the pattern. I repeat, there is no change in the pattern. So in this video, I would be discussing with you some important aspects from this notification, such as important dates, number of vacancies, patterns, syllabus, eligibility, salary, etc. Okay, and before I start discussing with you these details, I want to show you something that captured my attention in the notification. At the very top, it is written, build your nation, build your career. Life with RBI is not just another career, it's a commitment. Commitment to serve the nation where your decisions make an impact on the way the economy and the financial sector of the country evolves. So if you work at RBI, आप ही decide करेंगे, आप ही decisions लेंगे, आप ही policies बनाएंगे that will decide that how the financial sector and the economy of our country, that is India, evolves. I think that is the biggest motivation one can take from this notification, and I hope this will give you clarity कि आपको अगर कुछ करना है then वो RBI ही है, Reserve Bank of India ही है. Fine. So let's get started with the details. So first of all, important dates. Application registration, March 28th, that is from today it has started, and it will end on April 18, 2022, 6 p.m. Phase 1 examination is on May 28 and Phase 2 examination is on June 25. And just to let you know that I would be discussing the notification in this video from our officers in Grade B DR journal, right, perspective. So I will not be discussing about DEPR and DSIM. So these are the dates, guys. Please note them, log them, and please fill your form at the earliest. Do not delay it. So that was about the important dates. Now regarding the number of vacancies, there are a total of 238 vacancies for DR Journal, out of which 109 for unreserved, 32 for scheduled caste, 15 for ST, 59 for OBC, and 23 for EWS. And there are for PWBD category also. The numbers in the bracket basically indicates the backlog vacancies. ठीक है, तो बहुत अच्छी वैकेंसीज आई हैं. आई थिंक 2021 में ज़्यादा आई थी क्योंकि वो 2 साल की थी, लेकिन इफ़ यू टॉक अबाउट 17, 18 एंड 19, दे वर बेसिकली समवेयर अराउंड 150 और lesser than that. 238 vacancies, wow, and that shows that how they are going to recruit more and more in the coming years, because the financial sector is expanding, the fintech, the payment sector is expanding like anything. Okay, so that was about the number of vacancies. Now if we talk about the pay scale, as we know that it has been increased recently, and you can see the increased figure here, 1,08,500, right? But this is not all you would be getting. Below you can see they have clearly mentioned that you will be also getting a lot of perks and allowances such as reimbursement of petrol, vehicle maintenance, newspaper allowance, telephone charges allowance, book grant allowance, furniture allowance. ठीक है, बाकी you will get loans at concessional rates, you will get LTA, which is huge, around I think 1,24,000 every 2 years for 4 people in a family. तो काफ़ी कुछ है. I think let's not discuss that. We have already discussed a lot about the salary, and we all know that salary is somewhere around 25 to 30 lakhs CTC per year around, and out of that you get 14-50 lakhs in hand. So wow, I think what else you need if you get such a good salary, such a respectable job and work-life balance. If we talk about the age eligibility, तो बहुत clearly mentioned है that you must have attained the age of 21 years. If you are not still 21 years, you are not eligible, and you must not have attained the age of 30 years. तो अगर आप 30 years के हो चुके हैं या 30 years 1 day 2 day हैं, you are not eligible. You must be less than 30, maybe 29 years 364 days, and the date on which your age would be counted would be 1st January 2022. So if you turn 30 on 15th January 2022 or 2nd January 2022, you are still eligible, because the cutoff date to count your age is January 1, 2022. ठीक है, तो आप 30 साल से कम होने चाहिए, मिनिमम 21 years होने चाहिए, and there is relaxation of 5 years for SC, ST, 3 years for OBCs. There are also some relaxations for ex-servicemen, but that you can read by yourself. Then 10 years in case of PWBD journal category, 13 years for PWBD OBC, and 15 years for PWBD SC, ST. Then there are relaxation for people who have work experience in scheduled commercial banks, public sector insurance companies and all India financial institutions. और जो ये experience है, this must be at an officer level, and the maximum relaxation that you will get because of your experience here is 3 years, provided that you have द इक्वलेंट अमाउंट ऑफ एक्सपीरियंस. तो अगर आपका एक्सपीरियंस 1 साल का है, आपको 1 साल का रिलैक्सेशन मिलेगा. 2 साल का है तो 2 साल का मिलेगा, लेकिन मैक्सिमम 3 साल का रिलैक्सेशन मिल सकता है. एंड दैट ऑल्सो, राइट, by taking into account that your experience in the probation period will not be reckoned, will not be counted. तो अगर आपने 3 साल काम किया है, उसमें से 2 साल प्रोबेशन में थे, 1 साल आप एक्चुअल काम प्रोबेशन के बाद काम किया है, सो योर एक्सपीरियंस फॉर रिलैक्सेशन वुड बी काउंटेड एज 1 ईयर. ये चीज समझ लें. और इस बार आरबीआई ने बहुत अच्छे से बताया है, एनी शेड्यूल्ड कमर्शियल बैंक का एक्सपीरियंस काउंट होगा, मे बी इट्स अ पब्लिक सेक्टर बैंक और अ प्राइवेट बैंक लाइक आईसीआईसीआई, एचडीएफसी. पब्लिक इंश्योरेंस कंपनीज वाला एक्सपीरियंस भी काउंट होगा, एंड ऑल इंडिया फाइनेंशियल इंस्टीट्यूशंस लाइक एग्जिम बैंक, नबार्ड, एनएचबी, सिडबी का एक्सपीरियंस भी काउंट होगा. तो बहुत क्लियरली बताया है, ये बात उन्होंने बहुत ज़्यादा अच्छी की है. एंड द लिस्ट ऑफ पब्लिक सेक्टर इंश्योरेंस कंपनीज इज गिवन हेयर फॉर विच you are eligible to get the age relaxation is Life Insurance Company of India, GIC, New India Insurance Company, United India Insurance Company, Oriental Insurance Company, National Insurance Company Limited, and Agriculture Insurance Company of India. Now if we talk about educational qualifications, again the first thing that you need to note is that educational qualification, the cutoff date is January 1, 2022. ठीक है. तो बहुत सारे लोग कहते हैं सर आई एम इन अ फाइनल ईयर, विल आई बी एलिजिबल? नहीं. इफ यू डू नॉट पोजेस योर डिग्री ऑन जनवरी 1, 2022 देन यू आर नॉट एलिजिबल. ठीक है, ये कट ऑफ डेट है. नाउ व्हाट इज द एलिजिबल क्वालिफिकेशन? आइदर यू हैव टू बी ग्रेजुएट इन एनी डिसिप्लिन, कोई भी डिसिप्लिन है, फार्मा, आर्किटेक्चर है, इंजीनियरिंग है, कोई भी है, यू आर एलिजिबल प्रोवाइडेड यू हैव स्कोर्ड 60% मार्क्स. ये बहुत जरूरी है for journal and 50% for SC, ST, PT, SC, ST and PWBD candidates. तो अगर आप ग्रेजुएट हैं एनी डिसिप्लिन में या और पोस्ट ग्रेजुएट इन एनी डिसिप्लिन विद 55% मार्क्स, राइट, फॉर जर्नल कैटेगरी एंड पास मार्क्स फॉर SC, ST, PWBD कैंडिडेट्स, तो भी आप एलिजिबल हैं. एंड द मार्क्स दैट वुड बी काउंटेड वुड बी एग्रीगेट ऑफ ऑल सेमेस्टर्स. ये बहुत कॉमन क्वेश्चन है, सर मेरे एक सेमेस्टर में कम है, एम आई एलिजिबल? एग्रीगेट है, वो पूरा होना चाहिए जो भी लिमिट है उससे, देन यू आर एलिजिबल. अब कुछ लोग कहते हैं सर मेरे ग्रेजुएशन में 58% है, ठीक है, 60 नहीं है, लेकिन पोस्ट ग्रेड में 57 है, एम आई एलिजिबल? यस. इनमें से कोई भी कंडीशन फुलफिल होगा, या तो ग्रेजुएशन वाला या पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन वाला, आप एलिजिबल हो जाएंगे. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट, in graduation they mentioned that if you have done any course after 12th which is of 3 years but which is counted as an equivalent to a graduate degree by the Indian government, then you will be eligible under that. Similarly for post graduation उन्होंने लिखा है if you have done any course, professional course for at least 2 years which is counted as an equivalent of post graduate degree by Indian government, it would be counted as an eligibility और एलिजिबल क्वालिफिकेशन ऑन योर पार्ट. एग्जाम्पल MBA ले लीजिए. MBA इज पोस्ट ग्रेजुएट डिप्लोमा इन मैनेजमेंट. वो डिग्री नहीं है, डिप्लोमा है, बट दैट इज रिकॉग्नाइज्ड एज अ डिग्री बाय इंडियन गवर्नमेंट, सो MBA वाले एलिजिबल हो जाएंगे. ठीक है. CS का क्लॉज उन्होंने यहाँ पे हटा दिया है. पिछले साल था दैट CAs आर एलिजिबल जिन्होंने CA पूरी कर ली है. आई एम नॉट श्योर व्हाई इट हैज बीन स्ट्रक ऑफ हियर. आई डू नॉट हैव एनी आइडिया ऑन दैट. ठीक है, तो वो हमें RBI से ही पता करना पड़ेगा. और इसमें एक बात और आती है दैट सम पीपल आर हैविंग CGPAs given by their universities and by their colleges. So in case you do not have percentage but CGPAs, please go to your university and college and see whether they have any defined criteria to convert that CGPA into percentage. If yes, use that criteria. If no, then this is the universal criteria which you can use to convert your CGPA into percentage and check your eligibility. ये क्राइटेरिया है आपकी स्क्रीन पर, इसको देख लीजिएगा. नंबर ऑफ अटेम्प्ट्स की बात करें तो जर्नल और EWS को 6 अटेम्प्ट्स अलाउड है मैक्सिमम, बट अपीयर्ड, ये बहुत क्रिटिकल है. अगर आपने फॉर्म भरा, आप फेज 1 देने नहीं गए, दैट वुड नॉट बी काउंटेड एज एन अटेम्प्ट. यू मस्ट हैव अपीयर्ड इन फेज 1. ठीक है। बाकी SC ST OBC PWBD को कोई भी रिस्ट्रिक्शन नहीं है नंबर ऑफ अटेम्प्ट्स पे। और यहाँ पे एक बहुत अच्छी लाइन लिखी है दैट बैंक encourages candidates with no prior experience to apply. So that is for all the freshers, right? They are very much insecure that they do not have any work experience. Will RBI be willing to take them? Definitely yes. They have specifically written these lines for you that bank encourages candidate with no prior experience. और इसका वर्क एक्स वाले दूसरा मतलब ना निकाल लें कि वर्क एक्स को इग्नोर करते नहीं। हर साल बहुत सारे फ्रेशर्स एंड वर्क एक्स वाले लोग एग्जाम क्लियर करते हैं। And now regarding the application charges for SC ST PWBD, they are charging you 100 just as an intimation charges, that is they will be sending you some emails and SMSs for that. And for journal OBC and EWS, the application fee is 850, right? So these are the normal details. Now I know you might be or you will be more interested in knowing whether there is any change in pattern and syllabus. नहीं है, मैं पैटर्न समझा देता हूँ, सेम है, बट आई जस्ट क्विकली गो थ्रू इट। फेज 1 इज एन ऑब्जेक्टिव टाइप, देयर वुड बी टोटल ऑफ 3 phases, फेज 1, फेज 2 एंड फेज 3। फेज 1 ऑब्जेक्टिव है विच बेसिकली कंसिस्ट ऑफ 4 sections, GA, इंग्लिश, क्वांट, रीजनिंग। देयर वुड बी टोटल ऑफ 200 क्वेश्चंस वर्थ 200 मार्क्स। यहाँ पे नहीं लिखा है बट हर साल नहीं लिखा होता है, लेटर एक और डिटेल्ड मतलब सैम्पल आएगा, एक RBI का नोट आता है इन विच दे विल मेंशन। सो टोटल 200 मार्क्स वर्थ 200 क्वेश्चंस to be done in 120 minutes and there would be separate time allotted to each of these sections also. GA 80 marks का आता है, English 30, Quant 30 and Reasoning 60 की आती है, और सब में sectional timing होती है। There would be sectional cutoff also. You will have to secure minimum marks in each of these sections and there would be aggregate, that is overall cutoff also for phase 1. तो जो लोग फेज 1 क्वालिफाई करेंगे, दोज ओनली विल बी एबल टू अप्लाई और appear in phase 2 online examination, which consists of 3 papers. Paper 1 which is ESI, paper 2 English and paper 3 General Finance and Management. If we talk about economic and social issues, this is worth 100 marks, but out of these 100 marks 50% will be objective type, that is 50 marks will be objective and 50 marks would be descriptive. In objective paper, you will be given 30 questions in 30 minutes, which would be a mixture of 2 markers and 1 markers. And in descriptive paper, you would be given 6 questions in 90 minutes. Out of these 6 questions, you will have to do 4 questions. And out of these 4 questions which you will attempt, 2 will be of 10 marks and 2 will be of 15 marks. वर्ड लिमिट क्या होगी, वर्ड लिमिट के बारे में अभी नहीं लिखा है। लास्ट ईयर इट वाज आल्सो नॉट रिटन इन द इनिशियल नोटिफिकेशन, बट लेटर दे प्रोवाइडेड अ नोट दैट फॉर 10 मार्कर it was 400 words and for 15 markers that was 600 words, which in my opinion is very high, but we will discuss about that separately. The important thing you must notice that all these answers are to be written online, that is they are to be typed online with keyboard. तो अगर आपको पेन और पेपर पे लिखने की आदत है, that will not suffice there. You will have to practice hard and you will have to practice using the keyboard. The descriptive English paper would be 3 questions in 90 minutes worth 100 marks. It's not mentioned what those 3 questions are, but if we go by the history, normally they are Press C, comprehension and descriptive writing. Press C, comprehension and essay writing. And if we talk about paper 3, finance and management, it is on the same lines. What we saw in ESI, a mixture of objective and descriptive, 50% objective, 50% descriptive, to be typed using a keyboard. In the objective paper, you will be getting 30 questions in 30 minutes, which will be a mixture of 1 marker and 2 marker. And in the descriptive paper, you will be getting 6 questions, out of which you will have to do 4 questions. 2 questions of 10 marks and 2 questions of 15 marks. ठीक है, तो total 300 marks का phase 2 होगा, and after phase 2 those who will be shortlisted for interview will be appearing for the interview, which is the most exciting phase of this entire selection process. Interview as last year will be of 75 marks and there would be a psychometric test also. ठीक है, psychometric test के कोई number नहीं होते हैं, but the questions that they will ask you in the psychometric test, I think that would be taken as an input in the interview, just to check whether you were right, telling the truth in the psychometric test or not. So that is about the pattern, no change. If we see the syllabus, again no change. Paper 1 economic and social issues basically consist of these 4 units: growth and development, Indian economy, globalization and social structure in India. If we talk about descriptive English, there is no syllabus mentioned, but as I told you, if we go by the history, then essay, Pressy and comprehension are the three areas where they would be testing you. And in finance and management, if we talk about finance, first is financial system, that is Reserve Bank of India and other financial institutions. How does Reserve Bank of India works, all that. Then financial markets, basically about forex, money, bond, equity markets. Then there are some general topics like risk management, derivatives, financial inclusion, public-private partnership, alternate sources of finance, inflation, union budget. You can go through this list. In management, fundamentals of management, that is principles of management is there. Then there are topics like personality, perception, motivation, leadership, EI, conflict, organizational change, organizational development. All these are related to organizational behavior, right? And then ethics and corporate governance and communication. So ये management का सारा syllabus है. Again, there is no change, right, as what was last year. So guys, I think I'm done with what I wanted to tell you. मोटी चीज़ ये है कि पैटर्न में कोई चेंज नहीं है. एंड नाउ आपके जितने भी डर थे आप उनको निकाल दीजिए. कंसंट्रेट ऑन योर प्रिपरेशन. वट एवर यू हैव डन इन द पास्ट इज टोटली रेलेवेंट नाउ. तो ये सबसे अच्छी न्यूज़ है. ठीक है, अगर आप डिटेल नोटिफिकेशन पढ़ना चाहते हैं तो वीडियो के डिस्क्रिप्शन में डली हुई है. इन केस यू आर लुकिंग फॉर सम सोर्सेज फॉर सेल्फ प्रिपरेशन, तो इस वीडियो के नीचे डिस्क्रिप्शन में there is one video which will tell you that what are the good sources to do self preparation. And in case you are looking for some assisted preparation, then obviously we are one of the organizations which can provide you some comprehensive courses. And in all these courses we are also conducting live practice classes जिसमें हम आपको daily target देते हैं, आपको पढ़ के आना है. Then we will make you practice MCQs on that so that you can judge whether you are able to apply what you learned, and we will resolve all your doubts. तो वो live practice sessions में you will get hand holding. आपको पता है क्या करना है, कितनी देर में करना है, उस पर practice भी होगी, उस पर doubt भी resolve होंगे. So that becomes a one-stop solution for everything. Right. So I take your leave now, and I wish that you get enough motivation after this notification so that you can give your best in the next 2 months or 3 months. And I will be more than happy to see your name in the finalist. Have a good day. Bye-bye.